Zelda games are known for their unique, quirky, and downright weird characters. In today's video, I'll be going over the best character from each Zelda game in my personal opinion. I tend to like the weirder and more unique characters from these games, and some of them are pretty random. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Starting off with the very first game, The Legend of Zelda, released for the NES in 1986, was a huge success when it was first released. I think the best character in this game has to be the Old Man. He gives you the sword that you have for the entire game, and he just shows up in random areas at random times throughout the game. He's even made it to t-shirts. Overall, he's a timeless legend. The next game is Zelda 2 Adventure of Link, released for the NES in 1987. The best character in this game has to be either the I Am Air guy or the lady that refreshes Link. Both of these are meme characters, but I think that makes them really memorable. The lady is giving Link some action, and the air guy is just living his best life. Moving on to A Link to the Past, which was released on the SNES in 1992. I think the best character from this game is Bully and his pig friend. They're kind of just chilling in the dark world, hanging out and messing around, while the rest of the world is slowly being taken over by Ganon. Next up is Link's Awakening, which was originally released for the Game Boy in 1993, but remade for the Switch in 2019, so I'm going to use this version for the footage. The best character from this game has to be the shopkeeper. He seems like a normal guy that is just trying to sell his wares, but it's pretty easy to steal from him. But when you walk back in the next time after stealing, this happens. That's right, he freaking whips out a laser gun and absolutely murks you, instantly killing you no matter how much health you have. What a legend. The next game to come out was the fan favorite Ocarina of Time, released for the Nintendo 64 in 1998. This game is filled with great characters, so it was hard to pick my favorite. But I ended up going with Dampé. Dampé is the gravekeeper in Kakariko Village, and he is pretty hilarious. He's an old bald dude, and he apparently dies after Ganon takes over, as he is a ghost when he returns as an adult. You even have to race him in order to get the hookshot. Absolute Chad character. Next up is my personal favorite Zelda game, Majora's Mask, which was released for the Nintendo 64 in 2000. This game is a goldmine for quirky and interesting characters like the Happy Mask Salesman or the Toilet Hand, but I'm giving the spot to Tingle. Tingle is a 35-year-old dude who dresses up as a fairy and is also obsessed with them. In the game, he gives you maps in each area and flies a balloon which you have to shoot down in order to talk to him. He has some choice words for you whenever you talk to him as well. His father is not very impressed by him, and I gotta say, I have no idea how this made this. The next game is technically two games, being Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons, released for the Game Boy Color in 2001. At first, I didn't really know what to put, as there aren't that many characters that stick out to me in this game. I ended up going with Onyx, who's the final boss in Oracle of Seasons. I just think that his design is sick and his boss fight is super cool. Next up is Wind Waker, released for the GameCube in 2002. This game is so great, and I love all the characters. Some are better than others, and some are great. My personal favorite character from this game is the one and only Beetle. This shop owner is an absolute legend. He kinda just yells at you, and he lives in his boat and just chills. Next up is Four Swords, but I haven't played it, so... On to the Minish Cap, which came out for the Game Boy Advance in 2006. This game is criminally underrated, and if you haven't played it, I highly recommend you do so. As for characters, it doesn't really have the best ones, but I really like Eslo. Is he basically Navi? Yes, but he's so much more than that. He just chills on your head and is not invasive at all, and he's a cool dude. The next game is Twilight Princess, which came out for the Wii in 2006. God, I love this game. The best character in this game has got to be Midna. I feel like you either love her or you hate her, but the fact that her story is interwoven into Link's just makes it so much better. She really has a developed character and isn't just your average companion. She's so awesome, and the fact that she just chills on top of Wolf Link is pretty hilarious. Next up are Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, which came out for the DS in 2007 and 2009 respectively. I haven't played much at all of either of these games, to be honest, but I think I like Tetra the best in Phantom Hourglass. She was really cool in Wind Waker, and she just has a really cool persona. Is she basically Princess Zelda? Well, yeah. And in Spirit Tracks, which I have played the least of, I'm going to say Nico, because he looks funny. I really should play these games one day. Up next is Skyward Sword, which was released for the Wii in 2011. This game is super awesome and has some of the best characters and story in the entire series. My favorite character from this game is Groose. He's the typical bully at the beginning of the game, but he's pretty hilarious. He's also obsessed with Princess Zelda, and it's really funny watching her constantly reject him. Over the course of the game, he begins to fight on Link's side and fully supports and helps Link at the end. It's nice to see him have a redemption. Up next is A Link Between Worlds for the 3DS, which came out in 2013. This is kind of a pseudo remake of Link to the Past, but it is really well done. My favorite character in the game is Ravio. He's the guy that gives you all the items, and spoilers, turns out to be Dark World Link. Overall, he's a chill dude, even though he takes over your entire house and turns it into a shop. I'm skipping Triforce Heroes, sorry. Next up is the Behemoth, Breath of the Wild. I still remember first playing this game and being amazed. The beginning makes it seem like there aren't that many people other than the old man, but eventually once you get off the Great Plateau, the whole world opens up to you. Through your travels, you eventually meet my favorite character. Cass. I freaking love Cass. He's my favorite character from the game, and his song is so relaxing. He's also just a cool guy, and he gives you riddles to solve. Finally, we end off with the newest Zelda game, Tears of the Kingdom. As with Breath of the Wild, this game just blew me away with the sheer amount of content and stuff to do in this game. I have to go with my main man Ganondorf for this pick though. They finally brought him back after not appearing in any games for so long. He's definitely one of my favorite video game villains. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please subscribe. I'm getting super close to 1,000 subs.